Exports. Indian exports has also increased by 24.2% in April when compared to March 2022. Means that exports to the extent of $38.2 billion exports were made from India during the month of April 2022. That is approximately 24.2% more compared to last month. The exports were mainly of petroleum products. India's merchandise exports rose by at the rate of 24.2% for the month of April 2022. Also, another significant effect on economy is due to the higher increase in imports also. The imports were increased by 26.55%, that is $58.26 billion, which led to a trade deficit for the month of April 22. The export of petroleum products increased by 113.21%, electronic goods increased by 64.04%, and chemicals increased by 26.71%. That is the improvement in exports during the month of April achieved by the Indian enterprises. Also, the labor incentive sectors, that is manufacturing sector, MSME sector, agriculture sector, infrastructure sector, also contributed to the exports basket, which itself is a good sign of further helping job creation in the country. With the improvement in the labor intensive sectors of infrastructure, agriculture, manufacturing sector also led to the increase in exports as well as the employment generation in the economy. Engineering goods exports also increased by 15.38% compared to last month. The export of engineering goods is a symptom of continued growth in economy, speed momentum maintained in the growth of the economy compared to the last financial year. One more effect is because of increase in imports, the trade deficit increased from 15.3 billion to 20.1 billion during the month of April 22. This is not a good signal for foreign exchange, Indian rupee foreign exchange when compared to foreign exchange values. So India needs to substitute imports with encouraging exports, so that even though the improvement in exports will substantiate to some extent, but it needs to improve the exports and encourage import substitution to reduce the imports and to avoid trade deficit gradually. Main imports were gold. Gold imports being offset by a rise in non-oil and non-gold imports such as coal and chemicals. Earlier, India used to import more and more gold to meet the needs of the market demand. Now, this gold import is replaced by the rise in non-oil and non-gold imports such as coal and chemicals, which are useful for in manufacturing sector, and also chemicals useful for pharmacy and other manufacturing sector activities. So, the imports from gold to non-gold items, good symptom for Indian economy's growth, and also the speed up in the manufacturing activity during the month of April 22, and the non-oil, non-gold, silver and precious metals imports, a measure of the strength of the domestic demand, rose 29.68% in April. Because of the demand, the non-gold and non-oil and silver item, non-silver precious metals imports has increased by 29.68% in April 2022. This is the symptom I stated earlier. Gold imports has reduced, whereas the other imports which are useful for manufacturing sector, pharmacy sector, life-saving sector, for many sectors, the non-gold, non-oil imports improvement is a symptom of improvement in manufacturing activity, and as well as activity related to pharmacy, chemicals and other economic development sectors.